Welcome friends, today is the first of many spring cleaning videos. I am so ready to get deep down and dirty in here.
Forgot to sprinkle the stuff.
So no matter what you're cleaning today, you're going to be provided with so much cleaning motivation. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, friends, we are going to get right on into it. And side note, my nose is stuffy. Once again, I don't know if it's allergies or if I'm getting sick again. Who knows, but just bear with me because I know it probably sounds a little weird. But we are going to get right into this. So I need to clean under this couch. I vacuum under here regularly, but it's just nasty and sticky. So I decided just to pull the couch completely up. I'm going to put it on its back. We need to fix the rug anyway. And so I'm going to take this opportunity to obviously have a little mommy break and hold Emma. She just woke up from a nap, and then we are going to vacuum under here. Actually, we as in Chris, he is going to vacuum under here. I am going to tackle some other chores. So I've mentioned in my last video and time again, we are a really good team. So there are times where he is on Emma duty and I'm doing things, and then vice versa. Or there's times where he's doing some cleaning and I'm doing some cleaning. So we all just participate and help each other out in the house no matter what. So that's what we are doing. He's vacuuming and I'm doing something else. In today's video, it's gonna kind of be all over the place because there was just so much that needed to be done. And one thing that I realized about myself was I wanted to get into the spring cleaning and the deep and down and dirty and all the thing cleaning, but I could not do it among the mess. So I had to almost like clean the mess, and so then I could get really into it. It's like when I declutter, I make more of a mess. So I decided to go ahead and just get some of the basic things in here that needed to get done. And like I said, it's gonna be all over the place because every single room in my house needs to be touched. But we are gonna have a lot of motivating spring cleaning in today's video, and we're gonna keep busting the spring cleaning out until it's not spring anymore, because that's just how we roll. So Miss Emma is being absolutely precious, and we are just going to continue on. We did not clean the rug because last time I cleaned this rug, or last time Chris cleaned it, in a few videos ago, it actually smelled really bad afterwards. It smelled like a wet dog, which was absolutely not gonna work for me. So we decided not to do that, and I actually sprinkled some Febreze baking powder on it. I don't like to use things like that usually, but this rug definitely needed it, and I would say it worked pretty well. These were looking pretty gross. I put my copy on here so you can just imagine. I like these little nesting trays. I got them for $50 on Facebook Marketplace probably 2 years ago, and I have really used them all over my house. And so I'm going to kind of stack these in here and clean these up. I've got a lot of windows and a lot of mirrors to clean in today's video. So any counter space, any countertop, anything like this, becomes a catch-all in my house, as you can see. So I'm going to clean this off really quick and then just minimalize this area here. You guys know I am just simplifying my life in every aspect, and especially with decor. So I'm going to clean all of this off, put things back, rehome things. These are some of my I think that's how you say it, toys for Emma. By far my favorite toys. By far. I have a box from them quite regularly, and I love their toys. Okay, I'll show you some more of their stuff in a minute, but I just wanted to tell you, if you ever want to check them out for toys, do it. Okay, excuse me, I had to point that out. But anyway, I'm going to simplify everything in my life, and especially my decor. It's getting I don't want to say minimal, because it's not. It's just simplified. I still like decor. I still like pretty things, but I want it to be functional. And if it's not functional, I don't want it to just carry too much visual weight. So I got rid of the chair over here. As you saw, I got rid of it for free. I told someone, just come on and get it. Come on and get it, and they did. So I got rid of the chair, and I'm putting the olive tree back over here. And now I'm going to clean all of these mirrors. So we are going to have a landscaper come the very next day, and really clean up this area, because it's just too much for me to handle. But the sliders are really sticky, really messy. So I'm using the Dawn spray wash just to kind of like really eat down, or whatever, get through all of the grime on here. And then I'm using a scrubber, just like a regular dish scrubber, but I really did not like how it was working. So I will eventually, as you see right here, just use a wet like scrubber. I think it's a Scotch brand, Scotch Brite, I don't know, thing here. And I don't have a Scrub Daddy right now. That would be my go-to. So I'm using that to get all the stuff off of this window. Now I will say the Dawn spray wash was not a good move, because I felt like it was taking forever to get rid of the bubbles and the suds. As you can see, I mean, it definitely needed to be scrubbed, but maybe next time I would use a little bit less Dawn spray wash. I have got a straight edge razor here. I get these from Home Depot. It does come with some extras, and I'm getting off any of the stuff on here. I don't know what this is, probably some candy or something. This was the only way this stuff was coming off, so I highly recommend these. I don't know where else you could get them. I get mine at Home Depot, like I had mentioned. And then the girls are back in the back, and they're actually taking all of my jasmine plants that I had planted along the fence. They just weren't growing properly, so they are going to go and take them home to their home and rehome them. Take them home to their home to rehome them until I am ready to find something else to do with them. And they just made the yard look kind of just not put together, and they wanted them, so I said go ahead and take them. And while they tackle that, you'll see Emma be bopping all around, and I'm going to continue wiping all of these windows. This slider here, this rail was so messy. It needs to be scrubbed. I will say that when we, later on in the video where we're pressure washing the back patio, some of the water got in and I soaked it up, and I could not believe how great it looked when I cleaned it with a paper towel. But I stopped. Yes, I stopped, and I said, you know what, I'm going to get that in my next video. So half my slider is done. But right now, I am just getting all of the dog hair in the crevices. I'm also getting any of the dust here. This is a perfect time while I've got this attachment on here to get any of the nooks and crannies where there is a ton of dog hair. You guys know, if you've been here, Hazel was not supposed to be a shedding dog. She's a Cavachon, and she sheds like a Labrador or a Golden Retriever. But we love her. But it's frustrating. So this is that opportunity to get all of the dust. I'm also going to be cleaning the fans. I'm going to be doing the AC grates, doing all the things that you should really do regularly, but especially something you need to do during spring cleaning. So my husband is an AC guy, and this right here was absolutely unacceptable. He was like, no way, this has to be taken care of. So I'm tackling this now. And just so you guys know, make sure you dust your vents regularly. It's really important so you have sufficient airflow. And now Sandra is actually using my steamer here. I showed a little bit of this steamer on Instagram. I was blown away. Now we have lighter color grout. When we picked this house out, you do not get to choose the grout color. When we chose the floors, they said this is the grout you get. And at that time, it was no big deal, but now that we've lived here for almost 2 years, we realized it is not that great with, you know, a cat, 2 dogs, their dog, and then I have my own 6 children, and then Sandra, and then any guests. It just gets really dingy and dirty, especially in the kitchen, in the eating areas. So this little steamer here was a Bissell steamer. I got it from Target. It was $102. And in one of my last videos, I mentioned that my Shark steamer just went out on me. So I read the reviews, and a lot of people said this was great for tile, and it is. It has different attachments too, I believe, and I've got the brush on there, and I didn't use any chemicals, just that steam, and that brush worked so beautifully. So if you have tile or grout lines or whatever the case may be, I would highly recommend this. Now, I have not used it for the regular steamer part. Chris did, and he loved it. And it also comes with like a little smell good disc too. So this is a family thing that we are doing here. We are knocking this out. Now Chris is starting to use the scrubber as well, because this has been such a pet peeve of his, and we were going to hire someone, and I don't want to spend the money, and really neither does he. So $100 I think is well worth it.
Can you feel it, honey? Can you feel it, honey? Now you're way past that. All that bad so bad, 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 bad. Can you see it, honey? Can you see it? See him past the trouble. Now you know the meaning of it all. La, 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 la. It all, la, 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 la. Didn't think it happened so soon, but that one afternoon you finally moved on. Letting go of all that he said and finally kept for yourself. You really moved on. And I feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it. I feel it. I feel it. Ooh. It's gonna be the ending of all that's bad. From now on, let's just leave it all in the past and look how good we are. No more bleeding, can't you see you're healing? Hold on to that feeling, 'cause I know you're gonna get it right, 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 right. So right, 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 right. Didn't need it, now you didn't need it. Didn't even feel it. Told me like 100 times out loud, 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 loud. Making me proud.
Okay, so catch my breath. I am sweating. My camera died, so that I just kept going and going, and then I remembered, oh yeah, I've got another camera. I just wasn't thinking. So I actually cleaned up Emma's room. I personally, when I watch videos of cleaning and organizing and stuff, I don't like watching people like put stuff away. I like the deep down cleaning. I like the organizing. I like the decluttering. I don't love seeing like put this here and put that there if you're just like putting stuff away. So I often don't like to put that kind of stuff on my channel. Sometimes I do, sometimes it just depends. But I needed to pick up her room so I can vacuum it, and then I just happened to change her sheets, and you know how it goes. So I am going to actually sprinkle some stuff in her room real quick and let it sit. Hazel loves to come in here, but I'm trying this new enzyme cleaner, and so far so good. But I need a black light to see any stains, because I was just sitting on the floor and I smelled the previous spot and it smelled fine, but then right next to it I'm like, I missed that. So I'm going to sprinkle some stuff in here, and then I'm going to add the enzyme in here, which has such a light scent, what I really love. I used this other one, I think it was Natural Fresh or something. It gave me the worst headache, but this stuff is pretty good. Anyway, so I'm going to vacuum in here real quick and then clean that bathroom. I got to use the pumice stone because we have hard water. No one ever uses that bathroom. It's just very rare, and the water just has like a ring. So I'm going to get that out, wipe everything down, do that, and then do my bedroom. No, dust my bedroom, do my floors, do the bathroom, and then I got to do all upstairs. So we have a lot more to go, but I just wanted to hop on here real quick and say sorry I didn't show me putting stuff like in bins, because I don't think that would be a lot of fun for you to watch. But we're getting there. We're getting there. I gotta show you, we had a landscaper. We do our own landscaping, but we decided just to have someone come and kind of like get it to like where it needs to be, because it was so overwhelming, and they did such a good job. So I'll show that to you guys in just a second. And then Josiah was pressure washing, and then my camera died actually while I was filming him pressure wash. So we're really getting there. The house feels so good. It feels so clean. But in next week's video, we're going to be getting even deeper, even dirtier, and like I said last time, in the cleanest way possible. So we're talking like microwave. We're talking microwave. We're talking like under the toilet seats. We're talking that kind of stuff. So yeah, just make sure you're ready for that. But anyway, I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to do this floor. I'm going to sprinkle the stuff in here first, let it sit for 15 minutes, and then do it. I don't usually use like baking soda type like freshener stuff for my carpet, but because Hazel is, you know, we're going to give it a shot. And my house stinks for some reason. We made onions, like Isabella cooked, and had cooked with onions, and my whole house smells of onions, and I've been trying to air it out all stinking day, and it still reeks. So I'm gonna sprinkle that stuff in here and then give it time to kind of dissipate way before Emma has to come in here and go to bed, because I don't want it to upset her. But anyways, okay, we're gonna continue cleaning. Forgot to sprinkle the stuff. Got way too ahead of myself. This is the stuff I was talking about. Ooh. Okay, here's the stuff I was talking about.
So the box says I'm supposed to let this sit for 15 minutes. That's what I'm gonna do while this is penetrating the carpet and getting some of that odor out of there. I'm gonna work on my bedroom real quick, as you saw, and then I'm moving on in here. I have seen little bugs in these pendant lighting, these pendant lights, excuse me. I have seen them in here for so long, and I'm like, I'm gonna get to it. And today is the day I'm finally doing it. As I was cleaning it, it was really difficult. So I just took the entire bottom piece out, and that was so much easier. If you guys want to know, I got these from Home Depot. I believe it came 2 in a pack. I can't really remember at this point, maybe not. Super affordable. I think like $100 and something, which isn't really bad for pendant lights at all. And then this pendant light is actually from Wayfair. I really like it. And so I'm going to dust all of this as well with a wet cloth, because wet cloth is the way to go when you want to dust, so it doesn't get back in the air. I have not found any stainless steel cleaner that I have loved until this sprayway cleaner. This is the first time ever using it. I purchased it from Walmart and I love it. A little goes a very long way. I sprayed too much on the refrigerator and I realized that you could just spray the cloth or the paper towel. I think a microfiber cloth would have worked so much better, but I was just zooming through here. I'm trying to get it done. I could feel myself losing steam, and this is the second day, so I was just trying to get it done. You know what I mean? So, but I felt like it worked so well. It cleaned beautifully. It had a nice little citrus scent. So by far my favorite stainless steel cleaner so far, yes.
I shouldn't want ya, I shouldn't need ya, but I'm afraid that's not up to me. Cause when I hear ya sing through my speakers, it's like my mind takes a hold of me.
So I decided to leave these little clips in here. This is Emma. She is actually under my tripod and she was moving it, and it was so cute. I did not keep it in, but I finally got down on her level and I said, listen, baby, you cannot move my tripod. You have your own toys you can play with. You can't do that. And she screamed, can't do that. And it was the most precious thing, but I tried not to smile. I said, Emma, now we have to go play with our toys. And she did, but it was so cute. So if you ever see my camera kind of go out of focus sometimes that's just the way it is. But a lot of times she is at the bottom of my tripod, just kind of moving it around, because that is what it is like filming these videos or doing anything with a toddler, which, oh my gosh, I'm so thankful for this time. So thankful.
But I'll always want you, and it's so sad, it just makes me cry. Feels like I know you better than others, but you don't care, you never reply. I've tried shutting you off for some time now, but I'm still hearing your voice in my head. Oh, I wish I was more than your fan now, and that your voice came from here in my bed. You're in my headphones, baby, in my headphones.
So I'm going to be cleaning these back windows. Now, obviously, I'm right in front of the window, so you don't get a really good view, but you're getting a pretty good idea. You're also seeing the busy traffic behind me. So they're supposed to be actually not supposed to, they are replanting the bushes along the burn and also putting more shrubbery and trees. And they are also talking about putting a wall right there, so that will block the noise and any view of the cars, which will be really, really nice because we loved this lot. It was a pie-shaped lot and we paid a premium for it. But seeing all these cars and hearing the traffic was definitely not what we expected at all. So it is nice to know that the community is actually going to do something about that.
You're in my headphones, baby, in my headphones, baby, in my headphones, making me bleed. I lose my breath whenever I see you. You stole my heart, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. Like the moon needs the sun, we don't care about the others. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till
I'm wiping down this windowsill here. This is where Drew's cat likes to sit and the dogs like to look through here. So there's a lot of scratches and just dirt and debris, and I'm cleaning it with any residual that was on my rag. I'm also going to clean these windows really good with the sprayway, my favorite stuff, we know that. And then I'm going to also be cleaning the blinds. Now I will show you a little gadget that I use. I'm not really into gimmicky type things for cleaning, but I saw it at TJ Maxx and it seemed so smart and it really worked very, very well, and I'll show it to you in just a second. But then I also went around the whole house and did the blinds. I did not film that because I was just kind of in the mood to just go, and I didn't pick up my camera. So
I don't know what I'd do without you. You make me smile, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. Like the moon is the sun, we don't care about the others. Set my world on fire. You're my
the stairs are always something that looks so dirty just because there's such high traffic here. Now we were hoping to get the stairs without any carpet, but because we knew we had a baby coming when we built this house, we went ahead and got the carpet. I am looking forward to pulling the carpet up as soon as I possibly can. I think it'll look really, really nice. And like I had mentioned, this is such a high traffic area, so it looks pretty rough most times, but I've got my attachment here on the Dyson and it works great. And I've got my awesome helper because I don't know what I would do without these boys because they are so great when it comes to Emma. She loves them, they love her, and when mommy has to clean or do whatever I have to do, they hop right in to help. And yes, I did just snip the ground because Hazel did decide to have a little accident there, and I wanted to see if it still had odor.
I just want you, I just need you. I don't know what it is you do. I just want you, I just need you. I don't know what it is you do.
So we are going to clean off this back patio. Josiah has been so great with pressure washing. Don't worry, he has good shoes on. He has better protection on his feet than I did, for sure. But I wanted to go ahead and do these cushions. They have never been cleaned, and I've seen so many people do it. So I'm like, I'm going to give this a shot. I did spray it with Dawn spray wash, let it sit on there just for a minute while we were cleaning the rest of the patio off, and it worked really great. The spray wash, or excuse me, the power wash did amazing. And then Josiah will complete the task and he will do the rest of the patio, which, like I had mentioned, he loves doing this, and we love to give our boys something to do, obviously age appropriate, and we are very careful with them, especially with something like a power wash or a lawnmower. We have to be very careful, but we do like to give our boys tasks because they love having something to do for the most part, and they feel really proud of themselves. And I'm trying to teach them and instill in them that it is so important to help the family out just because. It has definitely been more than 15 minutes, but I'm coming in here with the Kirby and I'm going to vacuum all of that powder up. Now, I don't usually get things like this. I don't buy things like this with lots of fragrance, but because the carpets are smelling kind of dingy and because I have had them cleaned with Stanley Cleaner, what am I saying? I've had them cleaned with Stanley Steamer, okay, but we have dogs, and Hazel Hazel, and then Ruby, she just kind of stinks even though I give her baths. It is nice to kind of get these carpets smelling fresh again. So I have to say I recommend it. I've used it on the rug, I've used it in here, I used it on my rug in my bedroom, and it really, really did nice. Now I do have my fan on really high because I can't handle super strong smells or scents. They give me headaches. So if I'm in the room right away and I stay in there for a while after I poured this on the carpet, it does give me a headache. But if I leave and then I come back, it's totally fine. And I don't know how true it is, but it also says it helps bring up more dirt off the carpet. So that's just what it says. We shall see. It definitely looks good and it definitely smells good. I am in Emma's bathroom. No one ever comes in here really. So I'm just wiping down all the countertops really quick using the rag. I'm going to wipe down the toilet as well. There was a pretty nasty stain. Now we have really hard water here in Florida. And like I mentioned, not many ever use the bathroom here. So I'm just going to clean it out really good and then use my pumice stone to get all of the stain out of here because it desperately needed it. If you guys are looking for a pumice stone, Walmart has this one with the handle. Also Amazon, you can find them at TJ Maxx or Marshall's. They're amazing. Game changer for sure. And you can use them anywhere. Next, I am into the boys' bathroom. I'm giving this a good cleaning because
it needs it. And again, like I had mentioned, I have learned about myself when I want to deep clean, when I want to declutter or something like that, I cannot work around the mess. So I decided to zoom up here really quick, wipe off all the counters. So when I come in here with my Power Shot little steamer, and then I do the baseboard, I do the walls, I'm going to do some touch-up painting. I don't want to deal with all of the toothpaste all over the countertop and things. So I'm taking care of this really quick. Let me know, are you guys like that too? Like you have to like almost clean before you deep clean, or you have to like straighten up before you declutter? Because I make such a mess that I get very visually overstimulated. So if there's stuff all over the counters and stuff all over the floor, I can't focus on the task at hand. And I have learned that about myself. It's just who I am. So listen, you have to do what works for you. That is one of the biggest things that I try to share on this channel. Do what works for you. Now I'm in the tub here. I get my son this Dr. Squash pine tar soap. He loves it. It's all natural stuff, but it stains the tub very badly. So I will not be purchasing that particular scent anymore because I don't want to clean this tub anymore. And I asked him why he didn't do it, and he's like, Mom, I tried. So yeah, I also used my Scrub Daddy scrubby stuff. The pink stuff really does work so much better for a task like this. So now that I am about done with the bathroom, I am moving on into the media room. It was a disaster. We had asked Noah to clean it about 3 times and it wasn't happening. You can see my frustration and my own overwhelm with this space. And I'm not going to go into all of the details of asking him to do it because those are private details, but this was supposed to be his task. The boys will often like barter with each other, if you will, and so this was his task, but it hasn't gotten done. And the truth of the matter is when they're up here, they kind of do their own thing. I mean, obviously with limits, but it's just got too out of hand. Now Noah is a lot like me, and he gets visually overstimulated very quickly, and I know that about him. So after asking and asking, seeing total meltdowns, I decided to do it. Generally, I don't do that. I will come up here and help him, but we had to get some things done. We had a time crunch, and so I decided to tackle this. But on a go forward basis, this is something that he has got to learn to do, and just to be more responsible with his time. We all have to do that. I'm 41 years old. I'm still learning to do that. But yeah, I was overwhelmed for a fact in here, but I knew I could get in here and do it very quickly. I'm going to get a better system for them, because just making a huge mess and putting it all away just doesn't work. Not for Noah. Some of my kids maybe, but not for him. And that's one thing with parenting. I'm just learning what works for one may not work for others. So honestly, this room is just kind of a catch-all. They hang out in here, and we really don't even need this room anymore, to be quite honest.
So as I continue to clean up, I am really wishing that I could get it done as quickly as I can edit this video and have this section time lapse, because this was about the 3rd day of cleaning off and on, and I was worn out. It was later in the evening, and I was just so ready to get rid of everything on the floor. I just was over it. So I am finishing up in here, and it feels really good because I know I can go to bed very quickly.
So, as I had mentioned, I just don't know that we need this room anymore. The more that we have lived, the longer we've lived in this house, I've realized it is just a lot of house to take care of. Of course, everyone chips in, but ultimately, like, I'm home all day and I try to keep it clean, and it is just really hard to do. I'm so thankful for this house. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. But it's a lot. It is a lot for sure. So I am spraying the carpet for some of Hazel's mess. I'm trying out these new cleaners. I'm trying out something called Furry Fresh. Furry Fresh, and then this cleaner here. Got it from Walmart. So far I like this one, but I'm going to try the Furry Freshness or Furry Fresh 2. So that's a lot of words. But I just want to take a moment and say thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope whatever you're doing today, you do it to your best of your ability, and always know how loved you are. And I'm so thankful for you. See you in the next one.